Now to the part of the children. This is the part 2. And don't forget, we are talking about who should we blame for the children's inability to speak their native language. I feel like we cannot blame the children for their inability to speak their native language for some reasons. But there is one thing, there's something I want us to talk about. Now, children often resist speaking their native language with their friends, primarily due to peer pressure. And a strong desire to fit in. Sometimes we want to fit in. Maybe they don't want to feel rejected, don't want to feel intimidated as well. Everyone wants to feel superior and things like that. I remember when we were still in school, there was a trend back then that most people they just started speaking this big English. You just hear them speak one big English, and you feel like some big English were raining back then. Yeah, English like is it Gangatwa? Can you call? So, I think a lot of things like that, And if you ask them what is the meaning of that English, most of them they don't know it. They don't know it. They do not know it. Maybe they have read it from a book, or they heard it from somewhere. They may not even find out the meaning of the English, but because they want us to feel like they can speak English better, they can. And sometimes, some people may feel inferior that bóyá àgbọ́ English tó àwọn eléyìí, bóyá lè sọ, we can't speak English like them. So we try to level up and fit in, thereby reducing the usage of our native language because we are trying to fit in. And I would like to say that children should also develop positive attitude towards learning and speaking their language and culture. I'll be using the Yoruba language, for example. One of my students once shared this story with me. He said sometimes he blames himself. He will blame himself that I really wish I developed a positive attitude towards speaking the Yoruba language back then when we were still very young. So he said during the holiday, when his friends tried to come around, during the holiday, we go and visit our friends, we play, we eat together, we talk about school, everything. He said because those ones, they speak more of Yoruba. And him then used to feel around like English really. So he said sometimes he would lock himself inside the room and say, Mommy, tell them that I'm not at home until they saw Yoruba. As they can speak Yoruba too much. So just tell them that I'm not at home today. They can speak Yoruba too much because he wants to surround himself with those that speaks English, like more of the English language. It is not a bad thing, but I feel like maybe you would have balanced it. You would have balanced it too. Yoruba, English, everything together. So you don't have to blame yourself. I try to encourage everyone. You don't have to blame yourself. I believe in focusing on solutions. We don't focus on problems too much. We will continue to blame ourselves. We continue to feel the pain. To continue to, we just have to focus on solutions. And I know that a lot of people still do this. A whole lot of people. I just want to encourage you to develop a positive attitude to speaking your own native language. You balance it. Strike a balance. You balance it. Oda. So this is the part 2, and in the part 3, which is the last part, I'll be talking about our way forward, the solution. What can we do instead of shifting blames on this one, instead of shifting blames on even the education system. We're not allowed to speak Yoruba freely in schools. There's time for everything. There's time for every subject. So the society is also there. Most times we try to reduce the usage of our own. Most times you don't value what is our own. We don't value it enough. We prefer what's, we prefer to value something else. And thereby we lose our own cultural identity little by little. So in the first video I said, I believe it's a shared responsibility. It involves social, cultural, and environmental factors. Even the society, the environment. But we don't want to continue shifting blames. Let us focus more on solutions. So in the part 3, I'll be talking about solutions. And I hope you stay tuned. So this is the part 2, and what do you feel? What do you think? These are just my own thoughts. What do you feel about the inability of the child or the children to speak their native language on the aspect of the children? What do you think they should do more to be able to continue speaking and valuing their own native language? I love to hear from you. I love to learn from you as well. And until I come your way again, I remain Adunola Bosede Shoko, and I'm Yoruba. I'm unapologetically so, I'm authentically so, I'm beautifully so, I'm awesomely so. Until I come your way again, I wish you goodness. Bye.